Okay, today we are going to go ahead and replace the thermostat on the 2001 Honda Civic LX. We were trying to go for a good quality part and found this Tama, I'm not sure how you say that, Tama thermostat. We were told it's OEM, and it does look to be of good quality. Has the OE temperature stamped right on it. It is actually made in Japan. And the gasket was not included. We had to buy this separate. It was only like $1.50, and that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and try to put it in. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is drain the radiator, and you can access the drain plug through this opening in the undercover, and it's open, but it's gonna come out really slow until you open the radiator cap. There we go. And then that allows it to flow out faster so we can get going. Alright, so we're at the thermostat housing here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on taking or removing it. There's this little connector or wire harness piece that's in the way, so you can get the lower bolt. And the upper bolt is right here above the fan switch. I'm gonna pull the plug off the fan switch because I don't want to yank on that wire when I remove the thermostat housing. So, got wiring out of the way. And then you can use a 10mm socket to get the two bolts out. Watch out for this little bracket here. It's gonna want to drop. Hold on to that before it falls and gets lost. So let's break this loose. Get the drain moved over, or the pan moved over below this. Oh, look. I think we'll get some fluid coming out though once we pull the thermostat. Alright, so now because all the wires are disconnected from it, we can just pull that back and get it out of the way. Then we gotta get the thermostat out, which might need a little bit of prying to help it out. Ooh, there we go. And there's the fluid. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put in our new thermostat. The gasket is already installed on it, which we did. And you want to put the little jiggle pin to the top. And let's see, I think that's about it. Oh, there are some gaskets. This one is uniform all the way around. Some of them have you'll see like a notch in the gasket, and that's supposed to go where the jiggle pin is at. Yeah, like this. There's the one with the notch in it. Bam. So that would go here. But we have this sort of universal gasket that replaces that. Okay. So we're going to set it in to the housing. Make sure that pin is facing upward. And since the housing is kind of, well, it's tilted downward, so probably have to hold this in place. So make sure it stays seated in there, and then you can start putting your bolts back in. Alright, so I'm just trying to tighten it down evenly, side to side, a little bit at a time. So you gotta compress that gasket. And the 1/4" ratchet's a little easier because it's a little better to maneuver in this space. Plus I use the 3/8 to get the bolts out just because they tend to be a little difficult when they've been stuck in there for so long. Alright, so we'll tighten this down. Alright, that feels good. Then snap the harness back in, plug your fan switch back in, and then we'll refill the coolant and fire it up. So we're using our spill-free funnel, and gonna pour our coolant back in. Now that we got our funnel filled up and coolant system filled up most of the way, we're gonna run the engine, let it warm up, bleed out the air bubbles, and wait until the thermostat opens up. Of course, making sure it's functional and the system is working properly, and then we will put our radiator cap and be done.